Hi guys, welcome back. This is FAYAZ here, back here with another video today. Today we are about to discuss one of the important topic about the mistakes made by many of the lifters when it comes to doing an exercise, as well as we will address some of the misunderstanding by the people when it comes to increasing muscle mass. Before we get into this topic, first you need to understand when it comes to muscle growth, it's all about the first thing is it's about doing an exercise. So when you do an exercise, when you do an weight training, the weight training will put a major pressure on your muscles, so the muscle will have some resistance and then it will adapt, and then the muscle needs some sort of recovery, and then your muscle will grow. So this is what the actual muscle physiology is. The muscle needs some resistance and then it will adapt, and then it needs some recovery and it will grow. So this is what the basic concept is. So when it comes to muscle growth, it's all about doing an exercise. So this is where the understanding of people may vary by many peoples. If you ask some people how I should train if I want to increase muscle mass, some people may say that you should do like 20 to 30 sets per muscle group to actually produce muscle mass. Some people may say that you should actually lower the weights really slower to actually feel that burn in the muscle to produce muscle hypertrophy. Some people may say that you should push really harder, you should have the intensity level so high so that you can produce muscle hypertrophy. So see here, there are many understanding by many people. So when it comes to doing an exercise, many people I see, mostly in beginners as well as intermediate lifters, they are doing it in a wrong way because they may have a bad guidance by some other people, or else they used to see some videos by in social medias like the best bodybuilders, like for example Rooney Coleman, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Phil Heath. By seeing those professional bodybuilders in the YouTubes, like some of social medias, they are thinking that even I should do the same type of workout or same intensity what they are doing, so that even they can achieve the same muscularity and same physique what they have achieved. So this is where the misunderstanding come here and the problem arises here. The weight they are lifting in the videos, actually it's comfortable for them. If you lift a heavy weights beyond your level of strength, is not comfortable for you. It's not going to help you in muscle growth, it will help you in getting injured. So let's illustrate an exercise so that you will have a better understanding of why going heavier weights, having high intensity in starting of your career, as well as even in intermediate level, is going to help you in muscle hypertrophy. So let's see. Now let's assume this barbell as let's assume this stick as a barbell. I don't have access to barbell in my home, so let's assume this stick as a barbell. Now before we illustrate the exercise, I'm going to do bicep curl for one exercise for a better understanding. So I'm going to do bicep curl, and before that we will set a number for better understanding. Now for my level of strength, actually I can lift this barbell and I can do bicep curl with this for 5 reps. So this is my level of strength actually. So for an example, I can lift this barbell and do bicep curl with this for 5 reps. This is my level of strength. If I want to go beyond, I need some assistance, or else I should do some body weights to lift this barbell up. So this is my level of strength. So 30 kgs for 5 reps, my level of strength. If some person believes, or beginner, some person believes that he should push really harder, you should have that higher intensity actually to produce muscle hypertrophy, and you will see a lot of problems while doing this exercise. So let's see that. If this barbell is not anymore 30, so let's imagine this barbell as 60 kg right now. So if I am lifting this barbell up, even in your life, even in your life experience, you would have known that when you lift a heavy object from the ground, you see that those object will slip out from your palm, because the first reason is the object is so heavier, and the second reason is you don't have much strength to hold that object. Right. So in that case too, the same applies here. When I lift a heavy object, this is almost 60 kgs for me, this is 60 kgs, my level of strength is 30 only, and this is 30 kg higher for me. So it's really harder to hold this barbell because it's so heavier for me. So I have to really engage more energy to actually to hold this barbell to do some reps. So if my aim is to do 5 reps with this, I have to do some sort of body movements to actually to lift this barbell up. So now if I want to do my first rep, I am struggling a little bit like this to do my first rep because heavy of this barbell, and you see, is this a good posture to work out? No, I have to bend so far back to lift this barbell up. So this is the first problem. You won't be in a good posture. You won't be in a good posture. Like when it comes to muscle growth, it's all about doing a good technique, it's all about having good range of motion, it's all about having a good posture. So now I am in a bad posture to lift the workout. So this is the first problem. And the second problem is, I see many lifters, they will do the same wrong thing ever again and again and again. And if you are a person like this, so let's see the second problem. If you want to do my second rep, now my palms has to hold so harder, my forearms has got fatigued by doing the first rep. My palm and forearm has contracted so much blood and so much force to hold this barbell. Now it need some sort of support from other muscle groups to help me to hold this barbell. Now even if you know that when you lift a heavy object, you will actually fall down on the same side because of this heavy barbell, because you're holding a heavy object. Now these muscles giving some help to my forearm and to my palms to hold this barbell up. Now I'm in a bad posture because my shoulder blades are coming in forward because of this heavy barbell. Now I'm like this. In my second rep, now I'm like this, I'm in a bad position in a starting of an exercise. Now I'm struggling a little more to actually bend more so far back, and then I have to do my second rep. See here, this is actually so bad than my first rep. My shoulder blades are coming in front like this because of the heaviness of this barbell, and then I have to lean so far back to actually lift this barbell. You see, is this a good posture to work out? You know that, right? So the second rep is actually a total fault. So second problem here is you have to lean so far back, which is not help you in muscle hypertrophy. Now even some people do this again and again. Even if you want to do the third rep, the problem will arise more. Now your shoulder blades came far front because heaviness of the barbell. Now these muscles, your shoulders, arms can't produce any more force to lift this barbell up. Now your spine as well as your back muscle has to overtake to hold this barbell right now. Now even if you know that your spine will come in front, your spine has to flex a little bit in front because of the heaviness of the barbell to compensate to hold this barbell. Now I'm like this in posture. You see, my spine is flexing in front of my body to hold this barbell up, and here the big problem arises here. This barbell is almost 60 kgs and my upper body mostly consists of like 40 or 50 kgs might be. So let's round up like 100 kgs. Now these 60 plus my upper body almost 40, 100 kgs. If I stay in this posture for a third rep, these 100 kgs has putting a major pressure on my lower back. See, if I'm in this posture, actually this weight actually pulling down because of the gravity. Now I have to be in this position, and you see this 60 kg and 40 kgs has putting a major pressure on my lower back, and then you will feel a pain on your lower back. This is because your body says that you are not in a good posture, please keep the weight down or else you will get injured, right? So you see, this is not a good posture to do workout. So now even if you hold the ego and even if you want to do an exercise with this, my upper body almost contracted every muscle to hold this barbell. Now I need some sort of help from other muscle groups to lift this barbell up. I hope my upper body actually produces full force. Actually it can't produce any more force to lift this barbell up. Now I need some help through my legs, actually my hips and legs. Now I have to do this movement like this because I have to lift this barbell up like this. Now I am struggling more and more. I have to lean back so harder like this. And you see, this type of workouts is done by many of the lifters in the gym, and they are thinking that these type of movements actually produce muscle hypertrophy. Now if you are in this posture, you are actually not actually contracting your biceps, you are actually contracting your lower back to getting injured. So this is what he will result in. He will result in injury, not in a muscle hypertrophy. Even if the 60 kg is 100%, if I be in this posture, almost like 20 to 30% may be taken by a forearm, like 40 to 50% may be taken by your legs or else your upper back, and remaining 20% of his 60 kg, like 12 kgs, may have a impact on your bicep muscle, and this is not helping muscle hypertrophy actually. 12 kg, and if you want to do an exercise with 12 kg, you can do a 12 kg and you can do it comfortably, right? So 60 kgs may have a smaller impact on your biceps, and this is not going to help you in muscle hypertrophy. You should understand this. And even if some person may claim that I will have assistance before to do a workout, if you have assistance, if you hold a 60 kg barbell, so heavy barbell right now, if you have assistance, I can't even able to lift this barbell up. If assistant helping me, he may almost take like 60 to 70% for himself, right? If some person assists me, he has to produce some sort of force to help me to lift this barbell. So he will do some exercise for him, and I have to do some exercise like this. Like 60 kg, maybe 70% may be done by him, like 40 kgs for him, and then like 20 or 50 kgs by me. So is this going to help you in muscle hypertrophy? No. Muscle hypertrophy is all about learning the exercise, learning the technique, what is good range of motion, and having that mind and muscle connection, mechanical tension, as well as the peak contraction. Your having that concentration while doing exercise is going to help in muscle hypertrophy, is not going to help in injury. So this is where the mistakes is done by many of the lifters. Even advanced people, they are thinking that these kind of movement have actually help in muscle hypertrophy. Is actually not. Even if you are an expert advanced lifters, you should stick to what the basic says. The basic is really important, more than getting into advanced program, right? So learn the technique first, and then you can progress over time. If some people ask me, I should never go heavy, I'm not saying that you should never go heavier. I'm saying that first learn the technique, range of motion, whatever I said, and then when your body adapts, when you feel easy doing the lighter weights, and you can add up some weights, and then you can progress over time. That's the best way you can do an exercise when it comes to muscle growth, right? So this is all I want to say in this video. So if you have any questions regarding training and nutrition, or else if you have any question about that, you can ask me in the email. I will do some, I've given my email in the description. I will do a video about that. And if you are new to this channel, please like and subscribe so that you won't miss any video coming out. See you soon.